5 deficiencies when you have carpal tunnel and sciatica. For those of you who don't know how difficult nerve pain can be, we don't need to make our case about the need to alleviate those painful symptoms that not only affect the quality of life, but also increase your healthcare costs. Sure, there are many different kinds of neurological diseases, but 2 of these, called sciatica and carpal tunnel syndrome, or CTS, are very uncomfortable to bear because they cause numbness, tingling, and a lot of pain in your fingers and legs. Now, common sense says that any kind of pain affecting these extremities of the body is going to make small tasks seem too burdensome. So what do we do? Well, there is always the option of seeking medical treatment from a professional, which should be priority number 1 for everyone. But if you're a curious soul like us, and can't just sit and stay oblivious about what's really going on with your nerves, you stumbled onto the right channel, because today, in this very video, not only are we going to explain what sciatica and carpal tunnel syndrome are, but we're also going to discuss in detail not 1, not 2, but 5 nutrient deficiencies that exist in the body when it's suffering from either of these diseases. Now let's understand these diseases one after another. Let's start with sciatica. Now if you studied a little anatomy or are familiar with some medical terminologies, you probably have an idea of where this term came from. But if you don't, there's no need to worry, because we're going to break it down for you in simple terms. Our body has a nerve called the sciatic nerve that travels through our hips down to our legs and provides motor function to the muscles in our legs. And yes, since it helps with motor function, this nerve plays a role in standing, walking, dancing, and other movements that require action from either leg. We have 2 sciatic nerves, each running through each side, going down each leg. So when the longest nerve in the body is somehow injured, it causes a lot of pain in your hips, lower back, legs, feet, and even your toes. This can happen mainly due to herniated discs, but other forms of injuries and even pregnancies can cause sciatica. And it's not as uncommon as one may believe, because according to some stats, around 40% of the people living in the US experience some kind of sciatica in their life. So that is what sciatica is. Now let's discuss the second neuropathy, which is carpal tunnel syndrome. Just like sciatica, carpal tunnel syndrome also takes its name after an anatomical feature of the human body, which is, you guessed it, the carpal tunnel. It is indeed a small tunnel present in our wrist area that is surrounded by carpal bones, which makes its name sound perfect. So what happens when things go wrong? Well, if the carpal tunnel somehow narrows or the surrounding tissue becomes swollen, it reduces the blood flow to the median nerve, which is the main nerve in the forearms and allows sensory reception in the fingers. While carpal tunnel syndrome may not be as common as sciatica, it is still a very problematic disease, because as a result of the carpal tunnel being affected, the hands can feel numb and there may be a tingling sensation among fingers, not to mention the obvious symptom of pain in hands. So there you have it, a brief overview of sciatica and carpal tunnel syndrome, both diseases caused by damage to important nerves, and both causing numbness, pain, and tingling in the body extremities that they are connected to. However, there is another thing common in both diseases, which is the lack of some important vitamins that are required by the body for important processes. We all hear about how vitamins and minerals are very crucial for maintaining good health and remaining fit. But the lack of certain vitamins in diseases may suggest that it's time to bulk up on these vitamins and protect the body as much as possible. So let's talk about these 5 vitamins that are connected to both sciatica as well as carpal tunnel syndrome. Number 5. Vitamin D. Most of us connect vitamin D to our bones and teeth, but the other benefits of this valuable vitamin are often overlooked. One example is vitamin D's role in axonogenesis, which is the creation of a long process of a nerve cell that helps carry signals from the cell body to the target site. It also helps improve the sensory responses in nerve cells that make up the peripheral nervous system, which includes both sciatic nerves and the median nerves. This means that it can help with the numb feeling that patients with carpal tunnel syndrome and sciatica often experience. Supplements of vitamin D3 or cholecalciferol have also been associated with the repair of nerve damage, further supporting vitamin D's role in the protection of nerves. If you still think that's not enough evidence, consider the tons of research work done that show that lack of vitamin D has been linked to greater pain intensity in patients with carpal tunnel syndrome. Not having enough vitamin D in your body can also make the pain caused by sciatica worse. Number 4. Vitamin B12. Also called cobalamin, vitamin B12 is considered a superstar for good skin and great hair. But that's not all, because cobalamin is known for its fantastic role in the prevention of osteoporosis by protecting the bones of the body. It is also great for the creation of red blood cells that carry oxygen to all parts of the body. But that's enough endorsement of this vitamin. Let's get back on topic and talk about what it does for the nerves. Before we discuss its specific role, let's think about the nerve cell's anatomy for a moment. Nerve cells have a protective layer surrounding them, which is made up of proteins and some fats, and is called myelin sheath. This sheath helps the electrical signals pass along the nerve cells with efficiency, which would be slowed down considerably if it were not present. Not only does vitamin B12 help create myelin sheath, but it also helps nerves repair after damage. When nerve cells lack their protective layer, they are going to be at a higher risk of injury, and thus sciatica and carpal tunnel syndrome may occur in people where vitamin B12 is deficient. Number 3. Vitamin B9. Ah yes, the famous folic acid. We hear about it most when a woman is pregnant because everyone is eager to tell her that she should include more folic acid or vitamin B9 in her diet. Have you ever wondered why that is? Vitamin B9 helps form the baby's neural tube, which includes the baby's brain as well as the spinal cord. So if the most crucial part of the nervous system needs folic acid to develop, you can only imagine how good it is for our nerves' health. But wait, why imagine when we're here to tell you? Research has found that vitamin B9 does indeed help repair peripheral nerve injuries, which include damage to the sciatic as well as the median nerves in sciatica and carpal tunnel syndrome. Number 2. Vitamin B6. Also called pyridoxine, vitamin B6 is involved in the production of amino acids, and some of these amino acids, such as serotonin, are important neurotransmitters of the nervous system. Also, remember when we mentioned myelin sheath a while ago? Well, the synthesis of myelin sheath also requires sphingolipids, which need B6 for their production. Since both sciatica and carpal tunnel syndrome cause numbness and loss of sensation in the hands and legs, vitamin B6 could prove to be useful as it helps nerves in regaining their sensory function. Lack of vitamin B6 can not only worsen the symptoms of these peripheral diseases, but also cause a weak immune system, skin diseases, and even anemia. Number 1. Vitamin B1. Vitamin B1 or thiamine has a major role as a coenzyme to an important process that helps process carbohydrates and consequently releases energy. This energy is supplied to nerve fibers, thus making thiamine an important component of nerve health. Just like vitamin B12 and vitamin B6, B1 also has nerve regenerative properties and also protects them from stress caused by oxidation reactions. So to recap, vitamins, especially B vitamins, are very crucial to our nerve health, and each of them plays its part in protecting nerves from damage. So it's not possible to say which one should be prioritized, unless of course, you seek the help of a medical professional for your particular problem and they can help diagnose you more accurately. The problem is that even after knowing about all these vitamins that people with sciatica and carpal tunnel syndrome lack, most people don't understand how to add them to their diet, and often buy supplements that aren't often the right form of these vitamins. You can always ask your healthcare advisor about which supplement is best for your nerve pain, and they can guide you about how many doses to take. You can also consume these vitamins safely in another way that does not require you to pop supplemental pills now and then, and that is from food, such as from milk, poultry, beef, salmon, beans, lentils, and some vegetables. These are a lot of food options, so you can create a delicious meal every day that is rich in these vitamins. No disease is easy, but you can always know more about it and understand how food is connected to our health. So if this is the kind of content you're looking for, make sure to subscribe to our channel so we see you soon.